everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have decided that I want to take some quick psychological tests in order to get to know myself and for you to get to know me. I'm gonna take you along with me and I'm just gonna search up quick psychological tests on Google and see what comes out and just take these tests. I encourage you, if you don't really know yourself, tests are always great, and I'm gonna link all of the tests that I take down in the description box, and so if you want to take them with me, then go ahead and take them. If you're doing nothing, take these tests with me and get to know yourself and also get to know me. So let's get started. Alright, so I have opened up Google Chrome and I'm gonna literally just search up quick psychological tests. I just looked at the first one beforehand. I didn't really do it, but I'm gonna go into it, okay? So this one is called Dr. Phil's personality test, and it looks like this, okay? So it says, answer the questions below honestly about yourself, and we'll score the quiz and let you know how others see you. This quiz supposedly came from Dr. Phil, which is, I think, from the show. I watched that a lot, actually. But we have been unable to authenticate it. So take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. So just a disclaimer, whatever test I take, whatever test you end up taking, don't ever believe it 100% because it is just from the internet. It is man-made. It is not something that defines you. And so whatever you take, always take it with a grain of salt like this website says, because I think that's really important. So yeah, let's get started. When do you feel your best? In the morning, late at night, during the afternoon, early evening? Late at night. You usually walk fairly fast. Okay, people say I usually walk really slow, and so I'm gonna do less fast, head down. When talking to people, you stand with your arms folded, have one or both of your hands on your hips, play with your ear, nope. Touch or push the person, nope. Have your hands clasped, no. I think stand with my arms folded. When relaxing, you sit with your knees bent with your legs neatly side by side, your legs crossed. My legs crossed. When something really amuses you, you react with a big appreciative laugh, a quiet chuckle, a laugh but not a loud one, a sheepish smile. I think I would say a big appreciative laugh. When you go to a party or social gathering, you make a loud entrance, make the quietest entrance, trying to stay unnoticed, make looking around for someone. This one for sure. You're working very hard, concentrating hard, and you're interrupted. If I'm working extremely hard and I'm concentrating, I'm on the grind, I feel extremely irritated, for sure. Which of the following colors do you like the most? Boom, 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 boom. Brown, gray. Okay, my favorite color is gray, but I don't like brown, so I'm gonna choose black. When you are in bed at night, in those last few moments before going to sleep, you are stretched out on your side, slightly curled, with your head under the covers, stretched out. Oh, this one. You often dream that you are falling, searching for something or somebody. You usually have dreamless sleep, fighting or struggling, flying or floating. Your dreams are always pleasant. False. My dreams are not always pleasant. I think searching for something or somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. All right, I'm gonna get my results. So the lively center of attention. Your total score 44 out of 64. Others see you as fresh, lively, charming, amusing, practical, and always interesting. Someone who's constantly in the center of attention, but sufficiently well balanced not to let it go to their head. They also see you as kind, considerate, and understanding. Someone who will always cheer them up and help them out. Wow, usually whenever I take like big tests, I usually get like the loyal friend. Lively center of attention. I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. Alright, the next one I'm gonna try is this personality test, the field, cube, ladder, horse, and flower question from owlcation.com. Okay? It's interesting because it's not really like a answer the question thing, but it is more of a choosing, I think. Please follow the following instructions chronologically and try to be as honest as you can. Okay, so here we go. Think of an open field. How big is this field? What is it filled with? What are the surroundings like? When I think of an open field, I think of, It's huge. It's huge. There's grass, there's wheat, there's all these types of flowers. It's so vast that it's, you know, like farms, like where you can't really see the end. It's just, that's how I see an open field. Okay, what are the surroundings like? I feel like you can't really see buildings. It's just fields. There's flowers, there's wheat. Think of a cube. How big is the cube? What is it made of? What is the surface like? What color is it? Where in the field is it? Where is the cube? Is it on the ground floating? Is it transparent? If you can see it. Okay, how big is the cube? When I see a cube, I think of like very small, like this size. Okay, what is it made of? Probably like styrofoam, rubber. What color is it? Red. Where in the field is it? I mean, in the middle. Where is the cube? Is it on? It's on the ground. Is it transparent? No, it's full. If so, can you see inside? No, you can't. It's like a block, so you can't really see. Okay, think of a ladder. How long is the ladder? Where is this located in your field? What's the distance between the ladder and the cube? Okay, the ladder is laid flat on the floor. It's just a regular sized ladder, like 12 feet. Is that a regular size? Oh no. What is the distance between the ladder and the cube? If it's like a field like this and the cube is here, then the ladder is like right here. It's not right next to each other, but it's not on the opposite sides. It's just there. Think of a horse. What color is the horse? What is the horse doing? And where is it in relation to your cube? The color of the horse, I would say, is black. Okay, with the mane, long mane. What is the horse doing? It's running around. Boom, 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 galloping. Where is it in relation to your cube? It's going around the cube. Think of flowers. Where are the flowers in your field? How many are there? I can't say how many are there because when I imagine the field, there are countless flowers. There's different kinds of flowers all over the field. Short, long, whatever it is, it's just there. Think of what the weather in the field is like. Is it raining, sunny? Is your field foggy? Okay, it's cloudy. It's like partly cloudy where there's clouds, but there is sun shining. There are clouds, and so it's partly cloudy. Is my field foggy? No, it's pretty bright. Think of a storm. What is the distance between the storm and the cube? Okay, when I think of a storm, I think of it like if it like I said, it was partly cloudy, right? And so it's like white clouds, but then on the side you see a storm. And it's coming. It's pretty close. I see of it as pretty close. Is it a big storm? Sure. But is it just passing through? Yeah. So meaning is it'll just last for like an hour or two, but it's not like a full-on all-day storm. How to interpret your vision. Now that you have a clear picture of your field and everything in it, it's time to see what it says about who you are. Below you'll find sections corresponding to each element in your vision. Okay, the field. I said it was grassy and healthy. You are feeling optimistic. Okay, I'll take it. I am feeling pretty optimistic these days, so I'll take it. It wasn't dry and dead. It was pretty grassy. It was healthy. It was like long, short, whatever it is. So, okay. The cube. Smooth, rough. It was smooth. You are a gentle person who takes care not to hurt others or make them feel uncomfortable. I would say that my personality type is more on the rough side, but my cube was smooth. Taking it with a grain of salt, okay? The color cube, it was red. I said it was red. You are physically active and enjoy rich sensory experiences. Taking it with a grain of salt. I feel like I'm more of the blue or the white, but you know, they probably made this test based on what other people said. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I chose red. So it says I'm physically active and enjoy rich sensory experiences. I love traveling. I love seeing, you know, scenery and stuff. So maybe. Moving on, the ladder. It was short and near, right? Your goals are realistic and simple. And you are putting maximum effort and focusing into achieving your goals. You know what? I actually really agree with this because I feel like because we are home and we are trying, or at least for me, I'm trying to make most of my time. I am trying to make realistic and simple goals for sure. And I am trying to put in my effort and focus into achieving each one every single day. Even if there are days where I'm super lazy, even stuff like YouTube like this, I think I'm making realistic and simple goals and I'm putting my most effort into achieving them. Taking with a grain of salt also though. Location of your ladder can also tell how close you are to your friends. Ladder distance, it's near. If your ladder is near the cube, you are very close with your friends. If it's actually leaning on the cube, it means your friends can lean on you for support. It wasn't leaning on the cube, but it wasn't far. So, okay, I am pretty close with my friend. Moving right along, my horse, it was running. I said it was running around, right? Your ideal partner will respect your space and give you the alone time that you crave. This horse represents your ideal partner. It could be playing running around, da, 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 da. I chose this, and I chose black. Your ideal partner is dominant, seductive, and sophisticated. He is very dominant, and he is very sophisticated. Okay, seductive, I wouldn't use that word. He does respect my space, and he does give me alone time that I crave. He is an awesome person. So yeah, moving right along, the flowers represent your family and friends. The number of flowers reflects your popularity, and their location indicates how close you are with your social groups. I said they're everywhere, right? You're a social butterfly with family and friends too numerous to count. You'll never be lonely. To be honest, I always thought that I have a tight-knit group of friends, but actually this year I realized that God has blessed me with a lot of people, and so I'm not taking that for granted. I love my family and friends, and so yeah, nice. Weather condition, I said it was sunny, right? You are optimistic and carefree. Was there wind when I was imagining? I don't remember, but there was sun, so I'm gonna go with that. All right, the storm. The strength and position of the storm reflect the stress you're feeling in life. As you probably guessed, the stronger the storm and the closer to the cube, the higher your stress level. If you imagine a storm raging right above your cube, it might be a good idea to work on reducing. Okay. Storm location was in the background. Any obstacles that might be causing you grief are not at the forefront of your mind. You are good at managing your anxiety. It's mild. While you aren't immune to stress, you know that all things must pass. This I agree with. Anxiety, I do sometimes have difficulty managing it, but I think for the most part I am really good at it. So, I agree with this. Nice. I really like this test. It was simple. Obviously, I'm taking with a grain of salt as well. I'm not, trying to say, oh, this is me. I'm not defining myself, but I liked it. This is a popular one. It's called 16 Personalities. And I think it's like the INFJ, those kind of stuff. I think. I'm going to take this because I don't really remember what mine is. I think I was an INTJ. But I'm going to take this test, take it with a grain of salt, and so let's go. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Somewhat agree. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Agree. Your travel plans are most likely to look like a rough list of ideas and a detail. Agree. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation. 100%. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not trying to solve their problem. Neutral. People can rarely upset you. Disagree. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Okay, this is the thing. I appreciate 100%. I appreciate those who start it, keep it going, because I'm that type of person, but I realize when other people do it for me, I really, really appreciate it. But usually in a conversation, even with my friends, I feel like I keep it going. I ask questions, and so I'm gonna just say I'm gonna disagree. You have to temporarily put your plans on hold. You make sure it is top priority to get back on. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone. I always worry if I do. Actually, I'm gonna disagree the first level. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. I don't like being bored. I really don't. You are more of a detail-oriented person than a big picture. I'll agree. You're very affectionate with people you care about. Affectionate, how do I define affectionate? Physically affectionate? No. Maybe with my dog, maybe with my significant other, but with my friends, even with my parents, I'm not very physically affectionate, but If you define affection with words and other stuff, I'm affectionate. So I'm gonna just go with that. Okay, next. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. Agree. You are so bothered by the mistakes you made. 100% agree. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. 100%. But you know what? I'm emotional too, so I'm gonna just go with here. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Disagree. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantasy. Agree. In your opinion, it is somewhat okay to step on others to get ahead of life. No. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Yes, I would say so. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. Depends on the mistake, but most likely, yes. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly 100% agree, that is totally me. You usually lose interest in discussion when it gets... No, I disagree. I love when it gets philosophical. Philosophical. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. I am a crybaby, but I feel like I'm only a crybaby in front of people I cherish, and so, okay, somewhat agree. You feel more drawn to places with the bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and yes. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future? Yes, 100%. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you most likely listen to your heart rather than your head. My feelings or my mind? I am pretty logical. I'm gonna be neutral. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience it. I mean, I dedicated my life to the Lord, and that I can't see, touch, but I can experience. So I'm gonna disagree with that because I can. This is saying I cannot, but I can. So next, okay? You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. You know what? I am redeemed. I am forgiven. So I want to forgive others too. But I am human. So I'm going to just go with this. Okay. You often make decisions on a whim. No. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting than satisfying than the time you spent. No, disagree. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning. Yes, agree. Whenever I see a movie or I hear a message or even a song, I really like to go deep into the meaning, the interpretation, everything. So yeah, I totally agree. You always know exactly what you want. I do, but not with food. You really think about on the choices you have made and wonder what you could have done. Always. Oh, rarely. Disagree. I always do. I always think of what I could have done differently. How could I have changed this? It's sometimes unhealthy, but it makes me improve on myself. So, yeah. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Kind of. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people. No, I have an easy time, kind of. I'm pretty empathetic. Not to be boastful, but when starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Yes. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until... Yes, I do. I always think, how can I make them continue to think highly of me? So, yes. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting? Nope. Heck no. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. I do. Oh my god, why do I have to think of that? I always do. You look after yourself first and others... Nope. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like. Yes, kind of. I love having a schedule, but I love giving myself flexibility. So, yes. Your mood can change very quickly. I'm not gonna say anything. You often contemplate the reason for human existence or the meaning of life. Never. Never. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. I do. Next. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. True. I don't know. You rarely dwell on your regrets. But I get it most of the time. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Yes, I love getting away, so. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. Yes, agree. You find it easily to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. Yes, I do actually. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to no. Next. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is what you need? Of course. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. I don't know. You always consider how your actions might affect other people. Yes, always. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. Of course. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. Female. See results. I am a protagonist. ENFJ? Extroverted? I've always gotten like 90% introverted. Maybe I've changed. Again, taking it with a grain of salt, okay? This trait determines, it says that energy, I am more intuitive than observant. Nature, I'm more feeling than thinking. Tactics, I'm more judging than prospecting. Identity, I'm more turbulent and assertive. You do know, ripples. Protagonists are naturally born leaders, full of passion and charisma, forming around 2% of the population. They're often politicians, coaches, teachers, reaching out and inspiring others to achieve and to do good in the world. With the natural confidence that begets influence, protagonists take a great deal of pride in enjoying guiding others to work together to improve themselves and their community. Firm believers in the people. I love believing in people. People are drawn to strong personalities, and protagonists radiate authenticity, concern, altruism, unafraid to stand up and speak when they feel something needs to be said. That is kind of me. They find it natural and easy to communicate with others, especially in person, and their intuitive trait helps people with the protagonist personality type to reach every mind, be it through facts and logic or raw emotion. Wow. Protagonists are genuine, caring people who talk the talk and walk the walk, and nothing makes them happier than leading the charge, uniting and motivating their team with infectious enthusiasm. I am learning about myself right now. Barack Obama is a protagonist. Oh, wow. ENFJ. That is a first, actually. Okay. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but I'm learning more about myself. Okay. Alright, well, thank you for joining me today in taking the psychological test. This was really fun, actually, and even if I just did 4, there are so many more I can take, so maybe I can try this again. But yes, thank you for joining me today, and if you really like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Please comment down maybe what you want to see next, and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.